Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and welcome back once again to the channel, man. How you guys doing? You guys good? I hope your day is going great, man. Hey, look, it's always an honor to have you to stop by, check out what I have to say, and then we engage and we communicate down the comment section. If you don't know who this is, man, they call me Mr. J, and we are proudly Motherlanding on this platform. We talk about everything that comes out of Motherland. And before we do get started, this vlog, let me just say this. I want to reply to somebody who reached out to Mr. J after checking out a couple of my vlogs that I dropped regarding the Nigeria and South Africa situation. And so without further much ado, man, hey, it would definitely be an honor to have you as part of the platform. Think about being part of the channel. Hit that subscribe button, share, and hey, have fun. Now, a couple of days ago, man, I did drop a vlog about this whole Nigeria and South Africa situation because I think that it is my duty as a son of Africa to always, chime in. We always need to come to a compromise regardless of what the situation is. If we disagree on something, we should be able to come back together on a compromise. Feel me? So in one of my vlogs, and I did mention the fact that Nigeria actually was one of those countries who stood by South Africa when they were going through the apartheid crisis in the 1970s. And somebody hit me up, and I think it's a brother from South Africa. He hit me up on Facebook, and he was like, "Yo, brother, you keep saying that Nigeria helped South Africa during apartheid. Are you even sure about what you're saying?" And I was like, you know what, brother? I'm going to reply to you, and I'm going to drop a vlog. So this vlog, we are going to be discussing the various ways in which Nigeria actually stood by firmly to help South Africa during the apartheid crisis. When I say help South Africa, I'm talking about our black South African brothers and sisters. So let's not just act as if this country has never done anything good for you guys, because I keep seeing the constant posts on X. I keep seeing the constant funny things that you guys keep saying and but hey, you are all entitled to your own opinion, but I'm going to give you facts. First of all, let me just say this, man. The first thing that I would like to say regarding how Nigeria helped South Africa during this period of apartheid, when our black brothers and sisters were struggling to cut loose of this whole racist apartheid system, is that of helping some of these anti-apartheid activists. Nigeria issued passports to help these people travel abroad to flee persecution. So think about this. You guys are being persecuted, and Nigeria is saying that, hey, the white regime is coming after some of these our black brothers who are doing nothing but standing up for the rights and for the future generations to come. So Nigeria issued passports to these people to travel abroad. So that is the first thing. The second thing I want to let you know is this, man. Nigeria helped South Africa financially. The ANC and the PAC, the Pan-Africanist Congress, Nigeria was sending $5 million every year to these parties to help them organize and keep on pushing for the liberation of that beautiful country, which today, all of a sudden, my brothers and sisters in South Africa, forgetting that this same Nigeria was a pivotal support to you guys during that period. The next way Nigeria helped you is this. Right after the toppling of the apartheid government, South Africa was in dire need of a human workforce, professionals. Guess who came running? All the African countries around came running too, but Nigeria sent a large number of professionals to come and capacitate our fellow black brothers and sisters in South Africa. All of a sudden, you guys forgot all of these things, and all you can cling on, oh, they're doing illegal business here, oh, they're selling drugs and this like that. You need to understand your history. To know where you're heading to, you need to know where you've been, okay? The next way that Nigeria actually helps South Africa is that of creating what we call a South Africa Relief Fund. Yes, that was something back in the days in the 1970s. Nigeria created this, and then guess what? Civil servants and public officials in Nigeria had to give up 2% of their salaries. They did this for a couple of years to support who? Our black brothers and sisters who are in South Africa struggling to stand on their feet. And today you guys will get up and start being all xenophobic, forgetting. Man, you need to know exactly who was there when you were in need. Because if you guys are acting this way, funny online, we could go back and hit the, check out the archives and give it to you as it is. You feel me? The next way that Nigeria actually helped you, let me just say this. During the military administration of Nigeria under General Obasanjo, Obasanjo's government donated over $3.5 million. $1 million to help that government that was in place after Apartheid 4, so that you guys can stand and function. $3.5 million today is over $30 million in today's currency. And then the general himself, General Obasanjo, he donated about, I think it was about 2,008 or 3,000 US dollars of his own personal money for the love of a fellow African brother struggling, for the love of a fellow African country to stand and to free itself the shackles of this European racist apartheid, man. And today you guys will sit online and you talk a whole lot of mess about the Nigerians as if these folks have never ever done anything good for you. Oh, they're taking our women. Oh, they are selling drugs, this and that. I hope you guys are paying attention. And I also want to mention, man, in the late 1970s, man, the great Nigerian musician, he goes by the name Sonny Okoso, he did a song called Fire in Soweto. Now, if some of you don't know what Soweto was, back in the day, there was something called the Soweto Riot. And I think there's a movie with American actress, man, Whoopi Goldberg, about this whole crisis. Now, this crisis actually was termed the Soweto Riot, uprising, if you could say that. This was a protest that was organized by black children in South Africa, in Soweto. And this was in protest against the implementation of the language called Afrikaans. Yes, the apartheid regime passed a law, a decree, to make Afrikaans the language of these racist folks, to be the medium of instruction in schools. So the black children was like, we will not let the colonizer, the imperialist, our oppressor, have us study in the language. But guess what language is used frequently today? I did drop a vlog about the speaker being mad that some of these black brothers in Africa, in South Africa's language was used in parliament, whereas Afrikaans was being used. And guess who were met with brutality and even murder? Yes, the apartheid regime and their police force killed some of these black students that were protesting. I think over 20,000 black African students protested and they died. And guess what today is in South Africa? The 16th of June. It's actually Youth Day in South Africa. And in commemoration, in joining our black brothers and sisters in South Africa, man. Every African country under the African Union, 16th of June is known as the Day of the African Child. And you sit back and you act all xenophobic, whereas Africans have done nothing but actually sympathize with South Africans throughout the years. And now some of you guys, you are just forgetting that Africa has stood by you, and you start acting all this, it's I don't even understand if it's that the imperialist mindset is still baked into your souls or what. But yeah, let's keep going, man, and let's say this. Nigeria actually set up the South African Relief Fund, and in that fund, let me remind you, with that fund, a whole lot of Nigerian children, they skipped lunch just so that they can raise money to send to you folks. And it was something called the Mandela tax in Nigeria. Ask any person of Asian reasoning, they will tell you about the Mandela tax, which the Nigerians organized themselves and they sent to South Africa to help you folks. to be what you are today. And then you will sit today and you just act like Nigerians are these demonic people. This is crazy. And this goes to speak about your characters. I'm talking about as black South Africans. It's really disgusting to see that you folks today, all you do online is talk nasty things about Nigeria, but when Nigeria was there for you when you needed them. Let me add another point if you don't know, man. Nigeria was one of those countries that gave freedom fighters in South Africa, black freedom fighters, military material for free. So when you come online and say, well, MisterJaay, you saying all these things, do I have proof? Bro, I did study politics, and one of these things I studied was under my African history days was the apartheid regime. So we know everything that is going on. So for you to come in and ask me, am I even sure? I think that price tag that people put at 61 is more than $100 million that Nigeria helped South Africa. Yes, if you want to calculate everything, the 2% of the civil servants taxes, the Mandela tax, people going without eating food, and then the military regime giving $3.7 million, and then the $5 million every year that the ANC was receiving, and so on and forth. And somebody said, but where did Nigeria get that type of money to help South Africa with? Let me remind you, Nigeria has always been an oil country. Pay attention. I'm going to stop and leave it at this, but all this back and forth is really not necessary. I mean, so South Africans, the black South Africans, because I'm not seeing any white South Africans actually championing all this bad negativity against Nigerians. But hey, it is what it is. I hope you guys can wake up from your amnesia and recognize that this country, Nigeria, actually stood by you through your difficult times and dialed down this dumbness, man, this unnecessary hate. That's my time. Leave a comment if there's anything that I missed, especially regarding how Nigeria helped South Africa during the apartheid system. Let MisterJaay know. Let's keep educating these people. Hey, we all call for this unity. You feel me? We call for unity because as black Africans, man, we need to be there for one another. You feel me? That's my time, and thank you for watching.